Okay, so Hal.
Okay.
He had a big question for his cousin. He and his cousin are having a conversation.
Yeah.
And Hal goes to his cousin, hey, listen, I just need to know, how often do you clean your oven?
Oh, okay.
Now, his cousin goes, well, not really much. Kind of, when I think about it, never.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And so Hal says, I have to clean it every time I use it.
Every time you use it?
There's stuff all over, everywhere.
How in the world?
After a little bit of questioning, they discovered that Hal just puts his food on the rack. No pan, no tinfoil, no nothing. So if he's putting like chicken in there and wants to put some barbecue on it, he's putting it right on the rack. All the grease of everything is going right to the bottom of the oven. Of course he has to clean it all the time.
I'm thinking, please don't make a lasagna. Please don't do that.
Could you imagine?
I mean, the smoke. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, now he's called Henpecked Hal on social media, and people are making fun.
Oh, sure.
In jest.
Hopefully.
And it's like, oh, okay. It makes me think, what happened when you discovered you were using something wrong?
Yeah. Have you ever had a kitchen mishap or something like that where you've used it completely?
No, but I'm wondering, anything you have and you discovered you were using it wrong.
I used a weed eater upside down one time.
Wait a minute. What?
I about lost some.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, now.
The weeds were getting a little long, and I was like, I've never, ever.
How do you cut this thing?
Well, and I turned it on.
How do you use it upside down and not know it?
Well, I turned it on, and I was like, oh, no, that's not right.
Oh, man.
I knew real quick it was not right.
So how about you?
Yeah.
What happened when you discovered you were using something wrong? 800-447-7234. It's His Morning Crew.
His Morning Crew.
So here's this 20-something, and he discovered, I'm using the oven wrong. How do you use an oven wrong? He was putting the food on the rack, and he was asking a friend of his, or his cousin, do you clean your oven every day? I clean it every day. And then they discovered, this is why. He's not putting his food on tinfoil or pans. So it's all dripping to the bottom. So we started thinking on his radio, hi, I'm Rob, and that's Liz. Something that you discovered one time that you were using absolutely wrong at 800-447-7234.
Missy said she and her husband got married 35 years ago right out of high school. And one time during their marriage, evidently only one time, he wanted cheese bread or cheese toast. So he put the bread in the toaster with the cheese on it.
Oh, that's not, no. Dude.
It didn't work out.
No, not at all. I will tell you, Liz told us earlier, she used the weed whacker the wrong way.
I did. I used it upside down. It was the first time I turned it on or started it, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's wrong. I threw it down.
That's not how you do this. Nope. Okay, Andy's along with us. What about you, Andy?
The manual can openers. There's actually a way that you can get the whole top off. That just blew my mind. I had been using it all my life the wrong way, and I actually still use it the wrong way because I just think it's easier to get it on there.
Well, how do you use? Okay, what were you doing? I cannot visualize how you use a can opener wrong.
So you open the can and then you've got to kind of stick a fork in there or something to get the part of the can that you just opened out.
Yeah.
Well, if you put it on the outside of the ring, it actually opens the entire can and it just pops right off.
I see what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. And how long does it take you to do that?
Well, I stopped. I tried it once. I'm like, this isn't working. I'll just go back to doing it the wrong way.
And it's all good.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Listen, it's happened. I know it's happened. 800-447-7234. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. It's happened when you discovered, I've been doing it this way and it's wrong.
Yeah. Or you found out that one time that you used the weed eater upside down.
That was Liz.
That was me.
That was Liz.
Yes. I think we've all done something like that where you're like, that's not the way I'm supposed to use that. I could have gotten injured.
Happened to you. As a matter of fact, Kim is here. And Kim, what did you say happened?
When I was a child, my mother let me make a cake for the first time, and I put in all the ingredients, the oil, the eggs, the everything, and I told my Mom, something is wrong with this batter. It doesn't look like a cake. And she's like, let me see that. And she's like, let me see the box. And then she dies laughing, handing me back the box and said, because you didn't put the cake mix in from the box. And I'm like, It didn't say that on the directions. I didn't even know. It was so funny.
I would have done the same thing. If the directions do not say put the mix in there,
I know.
I'm not doing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Karen, go ahead and tell what happened to you.
It was that I didn't know to pull my hair back when I was using a drill.
Oh.
I was about 14 or 15, and my dad was doing something, so he had me using the drill, doing whatever it was, and my hair was long, and suddenly it got caught in it, and the drill went zip up to my head, and then my dad had to take it apart to get my hair out of it.
I'm glad you're okay.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I mean, kind of think of it as therapy. I don't know. Just get it off your chest. Because at one time in your life, and you know you've done it, you were using something completely wrong.
We've all done something completely wrong before.
Including you. So go ahead and share, if you will. It's Rob and Liz on his radio, 800-447-7234.
Crystal said, I put up an artificial Christmas tree, and what I did was I put the top half in upside down. So then when I fluffed out the branches, it looked like an hourglass.
Do you do that every year?
No. She knows now. She learned. Brenda, honey, I think we've all been here. She said, my very first Thanksgiving turkey, I forgot to take out the gizzards and the neck before I put the turkey in the oven. So when they carved the turkey, all the innards kind of just slid out. I'm in there, girl. It's still in the little baggie and all that. You know?
Liz had a gag reflux on that one. Oh, okay. I want you to meet Teresa. Teresa, you say this is about your husband. What did he do?
He decided he was going to be sweet one day and wash all the clothes for me. He put in red clothes, white towels, wool sweaters, the whole thing. And then put them in the dryer. We had little wool sweaters that a monkey could have wore. Because the sleeves were still long, but the body part was like super short. And he wore pink underwear for about 3 or 4 months because I had a red sweater in there, and it turned everything that was white, it turned it bright pink. So he said he couldn't even, when he was at work, this is too much information probably, he said he couldn't even really go to the bathroom because he was afraid somebody would see his pink underwear.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Just want to let you know that when you give a gift to His Radio, you really are touching
I
lives.
realize it's been almost 20 years with His Radio, and His Radio isn't a radio station to me. It's like a really good friend. His Radio's been with me through the good times and the bad times. It is the right song, the right words at the right time. I love praying along with the prayer time. I've requested prayer, and it's been wonderful.
That's from episode 10 that's going to be released here in a couple of days on His Radio of ripple effects. These are stories of people who have been touched by His Radio, and the ripple starts with you by giving a gift of support. It's amazing the many people that you touched simply by doing a gift of $30 a month.
Yeah, you think about, I really want to be in a ministry. I want to be giving back. And you haven't found a place to plug in. That could be through His Radio. It is a ministry. And when you help support, as Rob said, that is touching lives, not just even lives that are listening today, future generations with your gift. And you can do it online, hisradio.com. You can even open the app and tap give there, or text in the word give to 800-447-7234.
So here's the big thing. Next week is our share-a-thon. And if you would pray for His Radio that we meet the goal and that the operational budget will be taken care of for the rest of the year. That is the way that we do this thing since 1983. People like you supporting the work of His Radio. So thank you for praying about your support. And you can start your own ripple to start touching lives today. HisRadio.com.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
How long are your legs? Do you know? Have you ever measured your legs?
I can tell you my inseam.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the same thing, but my inseam's 32.
Okay. I have no idea. I think I am 63 inches tall. So my legs are a lot shorter
This
than
is a
that.
very interesting question. Why do you want to know? Are you buying me pants or
No,
something
I'm
for
not
Christmas?
not
I'm
gonna
getting pants for Christmas.
No, you'd be just as excited as my boys are if you got those. Macy Curran, she has just been officially named by Guinness Book of World Records as the woman and teenager with the longest legs in the world.
Longest legs?
Longest legs. So she's 6'10", so she is a tall girl, right? But her legs, now they measure differently. Her left leg is a little bit, I think, shorter than her right leg. Anyway, one is 53.255 inches long. Her legs are... she is almost as tall from, I guess, her hip down to her foot as I am. My entire body, torso, everything.
Wow.
So the longest legs. So she's talking about, of course, when Guinness comes out and she's, doing all the press or whatever. What are your future plans? Well, she wants to go to college, but she also wants to be the world's tallest supermodel.
She could do it.
6'10"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she must be very slim.
She is very slim.
Okay.
But yeah, 17 years old. I mean, her legs just go on for days and days.
Do they poke at her at school, make fun of her?
She said there for a while they did when she was younger, and it's just, I think because she's getting some press and, whatever, that's kind of backed off some. So I'm glad about that.
Now that they're bringing attention, she's going to be a world record holder.
Yes, exactly. And her mom is not nearly as tall as she is, which is
probably has to be on a ladder or something.
Yeah, to stand beside mom and family pictures and whatnot. But
good.
I mean, 53 inches of nothing but legs.
Just legs.
I can dream.
And you said she's 6'10"?
6'10".
She's tall.
She's very, very tall. But wow. I mean, just
okay.
I'm just trying to think of me standing beside her, or you standing beside her.
Well, yeah, and Liz is shorter than I am. I'm 5'11".
Right, and I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
With heels on a good day.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Okay, this is the last week. This is the last week you really pre-register to win Choose Your Chill on His Radio. If you don't know what it is, there's 2 ways you can chill out, and the choice is yours on the chill that you choose to chill.
Wow. Choose Your Chill, a refrigerator, not just any refrigerator. This thing is high end. This is the one that you go into the store and you're like, oh, I really want it. You know what? That's
the
what
angels
I do.
are singing Hallelujah chorus in the background.
When I walk into that store, I'm like, yes, this is the one I want.
Wow. She more sounds like the dude from Dr. Pepper.
Little
sweet. Yeah.
Exactly. But you may do that over the refrigerator or the home theater system.
And what happens when you look at the home theater system
It's
with
more
the
of
big
a-
screen and the big sound? Okay. So it's
little sweet.
it's Tim Allen. Do that again. Tim Allen meets Who Let the Dogs Out. That's what happened there.
But it's your choice. You can choose to chill with that high-end deluxe refrigerator or that home theater system for your family.
And whatever one you choose, we'll send Liz over to do one of those. Or for the home theater system. Okay. So last opportunity to pre-register for this. To pre-register, you give your Share-a-thon gift early. You can actually give it right now. So text the word GIVE to 800-447-7234. You can do that on the website if you're listening online right now, hisradio.com. Or if you're listening through the app, just tap GIVE on the app. Give your gift now, and you'll be pre-registered for Choose Your Chill.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
You're on a hike. What were some of the things that you've seen? It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Here's this one dude. He's out on a hike. He's on his own, and he's enjoying his hike out in Utah. And all of a sudden, he has a visitor. And the visitor is a sweet, beautiful mountain lion.
She just wanted to play a little bit.
I don't know.
Oh, no,
I don't know.
she didn't.
So you may have seen this on social media earlier today because it just hit.
Yeah.
And by the way, we'll show you the clean version of it because the guy's really...
Don't watch it on YouTube. I'll just say that.
Not with your kids.
Nope.
Because the way he's talking, it's like he's scared.
He is very scared.
With certain things coming out of his mouth. So we got the cleaned up version for you on his radio TV that we can show you. But here's this mountain lion, and he's walking. He's got his camera up, and he's, of course, documenting the whole thing.
Everything.
That this mountain lion's not just walking with him. It's behind him, and she's actually stalking him like he's prey.
For like 6 minutes. So what happens is he had seen babies, like the cubs, and they kind of scampered off. And then mom is probably looking to, provide for her children.
Time for lunch.
Yeah, as they're going up. And so he keeps her in his sights. He's walking backward, kind of down this hill, down this mountain.
She's got to be 20 feet away.
Oh, exactly.
You know?
And every time he sort of loses eye contact with her, because he's thinking the whole time, and he said this in interviews, I was looking for a rock I needed to throw at her. But every time he takes his eye from her, she does this pounce thing that is frightening. Like, she does it 2 or 3 different times as he's looking for said rock. And he is trying to make himself appear bigger, and he starts, making sounds like this and roaring at her.
Yeah.
And she kind of backs up a little bit, but finally he gets a hold of that rock and he tosses it at her, and she scampers away.
She bolts. Yeah.
She's out. But frightening. And I mean, he kept the camera at her the whole time.
Yeah. Well, he's got to document, here's what happened to me.
See, and me, in my silliness, would have thrown the phone. I'd be like, I'm not getting a rock. I'm just throwing the phone, and then where am I?
Yeah.
But
no, you can't call anybody for help at that point.
Exactly. But
now she's got herself a phone, and she's sitting there on Twitter.
She's calling her friends to come over for dinner.
Look what I got. iPhone 12. Brand new to come out.
Exactly. But he kept his wits about him for the most part through the whole thing.
So a lot of experts are chiming in on this. It's like, if you're going to be hiking and you're by yourself, have like bear repellent, have some kind of spray or something like that, so that when something like this happens, if it happens, this is rare. It's not like all the time you go out there. Hey, look, here's my average daily visit with a mountain lion. That doesn't happen. But if it does, at least you're prepared.
Yeah, and they say do not hike alone. They said he did a really good job, but never go out on a hike.
That's tough. I mean, I'm always with family, but if I wanted to hike alone, I would go and do it.
Not after this video.
Well, not on that trail this dude's on.
I would not do that.
His morning crew.
What is that? I hear, do you hear it? I hear something. Do you hear it?
What do I hear? I don't hear anything.
I hear wedding bells. Because someone getting married.
Somebody's getting married.
That would be our producer, Ian.
Yes, they're getting married this Saturday.
He and Gabrielle.
His fiance. Beautiful fiance came to join us this morning because do you know what I'm going to attempt to do this week?
Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. It's great.
I apologize in advance, Gabrielle.
It's okay.
Liz's Ugly Bakery. First time ever, I'm going to attempt a wedding cake.
And we're here for it.
Okay.
and the guinea pigs
a little bit.
Ian and Gabrielle.
Well, it is a free wedding cake, so that's something.
Hey, we'll take it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're going to sit down in just a few minutes, and we're going to talk about what she and Ian want for their wedding cake.
So you're going to do a whole consult thing.
Well, I mean, if I want to be an actual Liz's Ugly Bakery, and you understand the concept, right?
Oh, yes. Ian tells me all the time.
Okay, so it's going to taste good, but it ain't going to be pretty.
All good things, of course.
I'm going to tell you that. And according to TJ, nothing tastes good, but whatever. It's all right. So, okay, can we talk about the flavor a little bit? Because she did tell me what kind of flavor she wanted.
What flavor?
Sweet potato. Make it complicated for her.
Sweet potato wedding cake, really?
Yes, and that's what we're going to have at the wedding, too.
Yeah, so I've been really researching the best sweet potato cake recipes, and I'm hoping, okay, but I'm getting started on it. Yeah, after the consult, I'll get right into it, because, I mean, it's a wedding cake. I don't even know. Like, do you have any ideas, like how big you want it, how many tiers?
Let's shoot for 2 tiers.
Oh, so a smaller.
Is it a small? Oh, COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so
a smaller wedding.
People, and any like
either that or it's pity.
I think it's pity, probably. Probably. But we'll do the full consult in just a little bit. What's your colors?
For the wedding, it's going to be blush navy and wine. But for your cake, we're going to make it complicated for you.
Wait a minute. Sounds
She's
like
throwing down the gauntlet.
wow.
Okay, so what do you mean by complicated?
We're going to have you add a ton of fun stuff to it, all these designs, and you're going to have to try to recreate it.
We enjoy having a little rustic look is our go-to
Okay.
kind of look for it. So
Oh,
to
wow.
try and incorporate
What are
that
you-
into the
Are you
cake.
thinking shiplap or what?
We should.
If that's what it takes, yeah, sure.
So rustic is not normally that complicated, I wouldn't think. Oh, you're saying, I see now. Gold leaf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Gold,
okay.
wood, all that sort of fun stuff.
Oh,
Gold
my
and
goodness.
wood.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think a fence is going to be around this.
With a
Okay.
picket fence, it'll be like a
Yeah.
barn or something.
It probably will. Probably need to be served in a
Okay.
dilapidated barn, but
So,
yeah.
we'll let the happy couple and Liz get
Yes.
together for the consult. When are you going to reveal this? This week?
Yes, Liz's Ugly Bakery.
On Thursday?
7:10 on Thursday.
That's a big turnaround.
So she's got a time crunch, too.
Right, but tomorrow at 7:10, we're going to give you just a peek into the consult so you see exactly what I'm trying to recreate.
This ought to be interesting. Okay.
It's going to be something.
It's going to be something, His Morning Crew on His Radio.